It's actually pretty amazing that I'm here right now. Completely overslept. I don't know what happened. I think maybe I forgot to set my alarm, but I'm so good about that. This looks really dark. Why does it look so dark? There we go. Is that a little better? I don't know why I have all the same lights on. Anyway, it's a miracle that I'm here. Thank goodness I have kids that have to wake up early, or I would have just slept right through everything, which would have been sad. Okay, we are going to do my ABSESSION workout today. And so you hear me a lot during these workouts say, keep your core tight, keep your core tight. Your core is your abs, part of your back, part of your butt, right? So it's this entire area, which is the center of your power. Stretch gently to one side. It's important to have good form. It's important to strengthen that area because you want good balance. You want to just be able to control your body. You want to not injure your back. I used to tweak my back all the time before I started doing these workouts. So, but you really have to specifically strengthen those ab muscles. It's important. And then if you get a little definition along the way, that's not too shabby either. Okay, so we are going to get down on the ground. We are doing 20 minutes of ab exercises. Do not do anything that hurts your back. If you have pain, bad, burn, good. Okay, you need to remember to breathe. Do not forget to breathe. Do not hold your breath. And you also just need to remember to squeeze those ab muscles as hard as you can. Okay, the first one that we are going to do are bicycles. Lay back, knee to elbow, knee to elbow. So you can move at whatever pace you want, but I would rather you move more slowly and squeeze as hard as possible and try to get your knee to actually touch your elbow. If you can't get all the way there, if you can only get to here and you're squeezing really hard, I'm super proud of you. Keep going. Yeah, we got in bed a little late last night. I had a couple glasses of wine. I still never forget to set my alarm though. That's not an excuse. I think we were just talking a lot before bed, me and my kids, and just fell asleep. Squeeze. When you need a break, take 3 to 4 seconds. But finish the minute no matter what, and do not quit. Don't be like, I can't do anymore. Just take another break and jump back into it. But quitting is not an option. And why is quitting not an option? Because we're training ourselves. We're not just training our muscles, we're training our mind and our heart and our spirit to not quit. Okay, it's a very important lesson. Okay, I did this exercise the other day, but it's a great one, so we are going to do it again. You're going to put a weight next to you. You're going to pick it up, go over to the side, put it back down. Sorry, you're supposed to have 3 weights. There's a bunch of different ways you can do this. It doesn't matter. This one goes up, put it down. This one, pick it up, over and down. So again, it doesn't matter. You want to use light weights. This is not about using super heavy weights. In fact, your form will not be great. You just want to squeeze those muscles, bend forward, squeeze them as you come up, reach up, and then really squeeze as you're bending over to put it back down safely. Then you reach up and over. Don't twist completely. I don't want your legs moving. Sweep it over to the side in a rainbow pattern and then drop it. I like to have you rotate your trunk. Very natural movements, right? When you turn around to get something, when you reach into the back seat to help your kids with something. Very natural movement, but we often don't train those muscles well enough. Good job. Next one that we are going to do is one that you would not expect to be an ab exercise, but it is. You're going to put your hands underneath your shoulders. This is called still dog. And we are going to squeeze our abs to get our knees about 5 inches off the floor. Now, again, you're going to be pushing up through your hands. You're going to feel this in your arms and shoulders and back and chest, but we're really focusing on squeezing those ab muscles. And so in order to keep that focus there, we're going to do little pulses. This is what I mean. Hands directly underneath your shoulders. Squeeze your abs to bring your knees up about 1.5 feet off the ground. Then return to them being about 4 inches off the ground. I want your ab muscles to do the work. Squeeze them. Don't hold your breath. When you take a break, take it. Or when you need a break, take it. Oh my gosh, we have 10 more seconds. Squeeze those abs. That's what I want to propel you up. Not your arms, nothing else. Your abs. Done. Go into child's pose. Reach your fingertips far out. Woo, that one is really, really, really good. Okay, the next one that we're going to do, you're going to get on your back. And, sorry, my timer went off. Very simple. You're going to keep your hands under your butt cheeks, just under the sides. You're going to squeeze your abs to raise, squeeze your abs to lower, squeeze your abs to open, squeeze your abs to close. So squeeze, 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 squeeze. This one is great. One of my favorites. The burn is intense. So remember, take those breaks when you need to. There is no shame in that. So what I don't want you doing is rocking up. Nope. Slow and controlled on the way up. Slow and controlled on the way down. Squeeze to open, squeeze to close. Everything is slow and controlled. When you lower your legs, force yourself to let them lower slowly, because that's when you're really going to burn those abs up. And remember, you're breathing. Your instinct is going to be to hold your breath. Don't do it. I usually do. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down, inhale on the way open, and then on the way closed. Exhale. Squeeze those abs. Come on. You want the effort to be in your abs, not in your legs. So with every one of these exercises, what do I want you to do? In your mind's eye, picture those ab muscles working really, really, really hard. Okay, so next, I want you to get another weight, please. We are going to lean back. You're going to twist and touch it to the back, sit up, press it forward, lean back and touch it to the other side. So kind of to the right of your hip and back a little bit, but keep it close to your body. So slow and controlled. If you can only go back to here and you make it more of a twist, that's great. I would like you to go further back and touch it, sit up, and then lean back as far as you can while still lifting yourself. If you find your feet come up, just put them under the couch. Have your kids hold your feet if they're up, whatever. Or just don't lean back as far. If you work these muscles, you're going to see improvements in the way you feel, in the way your back feels, just generally in the way your body feels. You're going to notice that pants that have not fit you in a while, where you couldn't get the button closed, yeah, well, or a dress that you felt self-conscious wearing because felt like your belly poked out too much, yeah, we've all been there. So you're never going to get past that if you don't work these muscles. And we're done. Okay, now twist your, well, you don't have to twist your mat. I have to twist my mat so you can see me. We're going to work our obliques. And again, this is an area, it was a huge problem area for me for years. And then once I started working out with the weights, it was the only way that I was able to get this under control. Before that, it was always spilling out over my pants. So then what do? You then wear a shirt that's super blousy to try to cover it up. And then if you're worried that it's hanging over, you're kind of like, you know, constantly fixing your pants and your shirt. It's annoying. But it is an area that will respond. If you keep your diet in check and start to make better choices, it's going to respond. Knee to elbow, knee to elbow. I am not pulling on my head at all. If you need to bring your hand off your head to get your knee to your elbow, do that. You can also put your hand right here and really feel. You can also keep this bottom arm down here. Okay, whatever you want to do, just do not pull on your head at all. Squeeze. Don't let your leg come out in front because that's not the area I want. Keep it to the side. You should be feeling these muscles right here on the side of your body. So squeeze them as hard as you can. Again, if you need to bring your hand off to get your elbow to your knee, do that. Just a slight modification, no biggie. 2, 1, done. Other side. I love this workout so much. I'm always very sore from it, which is great. Squeeze. Remember, you're not pulling on your head. We don't ever pull on our head when we're doing any kind of ab exercise. You're pulling on your head. You're using bad form, and we don't do that. Squeeze, come on. When you need a break, take it. If you need another break a few seconds later, you take it, but you fight to the finish. You don't quit, ever, ever, ever. And the reason why is when you fight to the finish, you feel great. You're so glad it's over, but you feel great, and that gives you a sense of power and pride. That carries on. You do this 4, 5, 6 times a week. I'm telling you, your sense of self, your sense of what you're capable of, your power, your strength, both external and internal, you will notice a difference. Okay, so the next one that we are going to do, on your knees, weights, please. This is also one of my favorite exercises. When you go to the gym, there's a big machine with cables attached, and there are plates attached to the end of the cables, and you grab the handles, you set the plates at the weight you want them, and then you pull down, and as you're pulling down, you squeeze your ab muscles to get your elbows to your thighs. If you can't get all the way to your thighs, don't worry about it. So we're going to do an exercise that you would normally do at a gym where you're paying hundreds of dollars a month, and we're going to do it for free. Okay, so reach up above your head, squeeze your abs to slowly bring your abs to your knees. Okay, so squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Obviously, you're not pulling plates up in the air, but as long as you're squeezing those abs all the way down, you're mimicking what that machine does. I like to work abs 2 to 3 times a week. That is where I have seen the best results. I don't overwork them. I don't underwork them. 3 days a week seems to be a real sweet spot. But you have to remember, during all of my workouts, we're keeping our core tight. And our core involves our abs. So even when we're not targeting them, we are still working them out. And that's one of the reasons these exercises are so effective and why you will get results here that I did not get from yoga, running, boot camps, all kinds of stuff that I did. I have not gotten any results, had not gotten any results the way I've gotten doing these exercises and still keeping it in check. 3 years after I started at 48, now at 51, and I'm keeping it in check because the way that I feel is so amazing. Yes, everybody wants to keep their weight in check, all of that. This is not about being skinny. This is about feeling strong, powerful, energetic, and having your body, mind, and spirit firing on as many cylinders as possible, which means the possibilities for you are endless. My personal relationships are phenomenal. My work, I have gained so much motivation and desire to do things for myself when I've always worked for other people. And my spiritual side has I've just honed in on that so much, and I just have really evolved in that way too. So it is a full circle kind of thing. So that is why I'm passionate about it. People want to know why I do this. That is why. Because my life has improved tremendously. And it all started with becoming physically strong in a way that I've never been before. Okay, you are going to lay on the ground. You're going to grab your ball. If you do not have a ball, you can use like a big pillow off your couch. I've used children's toys. I've used basketballs, anything. So you're going to put it between your feet and your ankles, not your legs, not your shins or your thighs, but all the way just between your feet. Squeeze it. You're going to pass it to your hands. Straighten your legs and your arms. Pass it back. Make sure you have a good hold before you release. Okay, so you're squeezing to come up and pass the ball, then you're squeezing to extend your arms and legs. Women are really good at thinking they can't do something. And I know that because obviously I'm a woman and I know tons of women. And I also know that the women who start to take care of themselves, you see amazing changes take place in other areas of their life too. It's pretty incredible. 2, 1, done. So no more telling ourselves we can't do something. No more of that. That is done. Okay, next we are going to do a 3-point crunch. So when a lot of people do crunches wrong, they hold the back of their head and they might be squeezing their abs, but they're also pulling their head towards their legs. No, no, no. You squeeze your abs to raise up with your face pointing forward. But what we're going to do is twist to the right, come back down, squeeze up to the middle, and then twist to the other side and start over. Okay, so again, no pulling on the neck. Your ab muscles are doing all the work. And what are we doing? We are also breathing. So you can do one side, middle, other side, middle. Or you can go start back where you began, whatever you want to do. Squeeze those abs, hold for a beat before you lower. When you need a break, take it. Squeeze, come on. Do not give up. Just take that break when you need to. I swear I do not care if you take 4 breaks. That is not what's important. What's important is you're fighting, fighting, fighting. And we're done. Not done, just done with that. What is next? Oh, okay, so the next one we're gonna do, you are gonna get into a side plank. So this is a side plank. You put your forearm, I roll my pad over for extra, and we do this, okay? What we're gonna do instead is we're gonna dip and come up. So you're gonna come up a little bit higher. You can stack your feet, one in front, stack your feet, or put one in front of the other for better balance. If you cannot do this, okay, we're out of time. What? What? Okay, we're just gonna do 15 seconds on each side, okay? So get your hips up as high as you can, lower, and then squeeze all the muscles in your trunk to get those hips up. 3, 2, 1, done. Again, if you can't do the movement, just do the hold. Squeeze. You got this. 3, 2, 1, done. All right, get on your knees. Stretch to one side. Stretching those obliques out. And the other. Then reach up and back a tiny bit and feel the stretch in your abs. Oh, stand up. That was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. One side and then the other. Give yourself some hugs. You did it. I might take this weekend off. There's a possibility tomorrow morning I might do a little something. But I think I worked out Monday through Friday this week, which means I might give myself the weekend off. It all depends. I'm going to think about it later. I will update tonight. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this. This was a perfect way to end the week. Have a great weekend if I don't see you.